Good morning, everyone. And in the relentless rhythm of the modern business world, we often hear advice about the strategic pauses, about waiting for the right moment, or even about the virtues of the analysis paralysis as a way to avoid costly mistakes. As leaders, we taught to be deliberate, to weigh options, to observe, and there is certainly wisdom in that. However, what if I told you that in the eyes of one of the world's most profound ancient texts, standing still as an this is still an illusion? That in reality there is no such thing as neutral ground for a CEO. Today we are going to explore what I call the CEO's paradox, and we'll do so through the lens of the timeless wisdom found in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Bhagwan Krishna and the warrior Arjun on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and might seems like an unlikely source for modern business strategy, but its insight into the human nature, duty, and the very fabric of the existence are astonishingly relevant to the challenges faced by leaders today. We are going to focus on a single powerful verse that cut through much of our conventional thinking about action and inaction, and it's from chapter 3 verse 5, and it states, and the quote starts, "Not for a moment can one live without action. Whether one likes it or not, one is compelled to act, influenced by the three modes of material nature." Quote close. Think about that for a moment. Not for a moment can one live without action. This isn't just a philosophical statement. It's a profound truth with direct, tangible implications for how we lead our companies. Let's break down this powerful statement. The core message is clear. You are always in motion, whether you consciously choose it or not. Consider a CEO who decides to wait and see during a market downturn. Is that truly inaction? No. That decision itself is an action. It's an action that dictates cash flow, morals, competitive positioning, and customer perception. While they are waiting, their competitors are likely moving. Their talent might be growing restlessly. Market share might be eroding. The company's trajectory, far from being paused, is actively shifting, often backward relative to the market. This is the CEO's paradox. The very act of choosing not to choose is a powerful choice with the consequences as real as any other. The universe and indeed your business, cannot exist in vacuum. Your organization is living entity, a complex system of people, processes, and external forces. It is always moving, always evolving. If you as a leader aren't actively steering it forward, other forces will steer it for you, and rarely in the direction you desire. This isn't about reckless, impulsiveness. It's about recognizing that strategic inertia is still a force, like a car left in neutral on a slope. It will move. The question isn't if it moves, but where it will go. The second part of the verse adds another crucial layer. One is compelled to act, influenced by the three modes of material nature. These are known as Gunas, which are in Sanskrit Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Understanding them is key to understanding why we find ourselves compelled to act in certain ways, even when we think we are being objective. Sattva, which is goodness or clarity, this mode leads to balanced wisdom, clear decision making, and the sense of calm. A CEO acting predominantly in Sattva makes decisions rooted in long term vision, ethical consideration, and deep understanding of their ecosystem. This is where the true strategic foresight comes from. Next is Rajas, which is passion and activity. This mode drives ambitions, desire, activity, and relentless pursuit of result. A CEO influenced by Rajas is often tireless worker, a fierce competitor, and constantly pushing for growth and market dominance. While powerful, unchecked Rajas can lead to burnout, short-sightedness, and neglect of well-being. Next is tamas, which is ignorance or inertia. This mode leads to dullness, lethargy, procrastination, confusion, and resistance to change. A CEO heavily influenced by tamas might exhibit analysis paralysis, avoid difficult conversations, cling to outdated methods, or simply lack the energy to innovate. This is where the standing still truly becomes moving backwards. The Gita teaches that we are constantly influenced by these three modes: our internal state, the culture of our company, and even the external market conditions can amplify one guna over other. The wise leader isn't immune to these forces, but should become aware of them. So, what does this mean for you as a CEO navigating the complexities of today's business landscape? Acknowledge the inevitable of action. The first step is to drop the illusion of inaction. Recognize that every moment is a strategic choice, even the choice to differ. Instead of asking, should I act? A question becomes, how should I act? Or what action is happening, even without my conscious directions. Understand you are driving the gunas. Take a moment for self-reflection. When you are making decisions, are you driven by the clarity of sattva, the ambition of rajas, or perhaps the inertia of tamas? Are you postponing a critical decision out of genuine strategic insight, which is sattva, or out of fear of procrastination, which is tamas? Being aware of a predominant guna in any given situation allows you to temper its excesses and cultivate more balanced decision making. Cultivate internal movement, or something like intentional momentum. Since action is constant, your goal is to make it conscious and directed. This isn't about being busy for busy sake, but about ensuring your company inherent momentum is aligned with this vision and values. Are your systems, your people, and your culture designed to move forward purposefully, even when you're not personally intervening? And next is embrace the right action, which is dharma. The Gita isn't advocating for frantic, undirected activity. It's about performing your duty, your dharma, with skill and detachment from the outcome. For a CEO, this means focusing on sound processes, ethical leadership, and serving your stakeholders rather than being solely obsessed with specific financial result. When the right action is taken, the right result tends to follow. The universe, which is your market, your organization, they're all in a perpetual state of flux. To believe you can simply stand still is to misunderstand the foundational or fundamental nature of existence itself. The CEO's paradox reminds us that the current is always flowing. You can choose to pedal upstream or pedal downstream, or try to stand still. But if you try to stand still, the current will simply carry you wherever it can, or it will. By embracing this ancient wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita, by recognizing the inevitable consequence of action and understanding the force that compels us, you can transform a leader passively carried by the current into one who skillfully navigating it, steering your organization with purpose, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. So friends, what do you think about this? And if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe this video, share it with your friends and other entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining live, and I will catch you again in the next one.